Hi dear, today we'll see coordination in plants. In animals, you know that it is done by control and coordination is done by the nerves and muscles. Okay, it is carried out by the nerve system and muscle. Okay, but here in plants we don't have any nervous system or muscles. Okay, then how does it respond to the stimulus? How does it respond to the stimulus from the environment? Okay. It also shows some movement, and it also have some coordinate system, and control of the plants is also movement of the plants is also control. How does it happens? Mean again the same process. Plants also use electrical and chemical means to convey the information from cell to cell. Okay, we'll see in detail this electrical chemical means how it is convey the information. Okay, next we'll move to the plants shows two different types of movement in response to the stimulus. Okay, it is based on the growth, dependent on the growth. Okay, the movement may be depend on the growth and it is independent of the growth. Okay, there are two different types of movement based on the growth and independent of the growth. Okay, we'll see in detail one by one. Okay. Movement dependent on growth. Okay, plants respond to stimuli by growing in a particular direction. Okay, that means it depends upon growth, means it will show its movement by moving in a particular direction. Okay, that is because of the directional growth it appears as if the plant is moving. Okay, it starts growing in the same direction. Okay, it is moving in a particular direction. Since it is growing, it appears that the plant is moving. Okay, you have seen this plant respond to stimulus, this touch me not plant, right? If you touch that, it will suddenly it will fold up and it will droop, right? It will fold the leaves and it will droop. Okay, so likewise when you put a seed, it will comes out of the soil, right? That is what it is moving, right? Actually, how this movement we are able to see by the growth, right? So it is depend upon the growth, and the touch me not is it is not depends upon the growth. Okay, just if you touch that, it will fold. That is not depend upon the growth. And if you put a seed, it will comes out of the soil, right? That is depends upon the growth. That's why we can able to see the because of the growth of the seed only, growth of the plant only, we can able to see that it is moving, right? So plant respond to stimuli by growing in a particular direction, and because of the directional growth, it appears as if the plant is moving. Okay. So next one is the tropism. What is mean by tropism? Tropic movement or tropism is the plant movement that is determined by the direction of an environmental stimulus. Based on the environmental stimulus, it will have some movement. It in a particular direction. Okay, that is called tropic movement or tropism. It is a plant movement that is determined. That movement of the plant is determined by the environmental stimulus, direction of the environmental stimulus. Okay. So, it is determined by the environmental stimulus, means either it is towards the stimulus or away from the stimulus. Both the movement will happen. Okay, tropic movement can be towards the stimulus or away from the stimulus. Okay, for example, if this is a light, it will react to this. It will respond to this light, right? It may either move towards the light or away from the light. Okay. So based on the tropic movements, we have some classification of movement based on the stimulus. Okay, types of tropic movements based on the nature of the stimulus. Based on the nature of the stimulus, we have four movements. Okay, phototropism, geotropism, hydrotropism, and chemotropism. Okay, phototropism means what? The stimulus is light. Your stimulus, environmental stimulus is what? Light. For the light, it will respond, right? That response is your phototropism. That movement, the movement due to this stimulus light is called phototropism, and based on the gravity also, force of gravity. Okay, gravitational force also, when it is respond to this gravity, it is called geotropism. And if the stimulus is water, then it is called hydrotropism. Hydro means all you know that it is water. Stimulus is, these are all stimulus. Okay, stimulus. Water means hydrotropism, chemical. If the substance is if the stimulus is chemical substance means chemotropism. Okay. So what is mean by phototropism? Movement of a plant and its part in response to light. Okay, in response to light is called phototropism. Okay. So we have two phototropic, positively phototropic and negatively phototropic. Negatively and positively. Positively means what? Positive means always towards. Shoots generally grow towards the right? And roots grow away from the light. So see, this is a ground. So the plants will grow. If this is a sunlight means it is moving towards the stimulus. It is we have just now we have studied tropic movement may be either towards the stimulus or away from the. So the shoot will grow towards the lights, towards the stimulus, whereas the root will move in this direction, away from the stimulus, right? This is towards the stimulus and this is away from the stimulus. When it is towards the stimulus, it is called positively phototropic, and when it is away from the stimulus, it is called negatively phototropic. Okay. Next, geotropism. Geotropism means what? What is the stimulus here? Force of gravity, right? So movement of the plants and its parts in response to the force of gravity. It is called geotropism. Okay. Likewise, which will move towards the gravity? The root, right? The now downward growth of the root towards the gravitational force. Towards the gravitational force. The root will go like this, right? Towards the gravitational force. Then it is positive geotropism. The shoot will move away from because gravitational force is towards the earth, right? But it is growing away from the earth, right? So it is negative geotropism. The upward growth of the shoot against gravitational force is called negative geotropism. Okay. Next, hydrotropism. Hydro means what? Movement of plants and its parts in response to the water. Right? So water will be in the soil, right? It is moving towards. Which one is moving towards water in the soil? Root. So it is a positive hydrotropism. Root shows positive hydrotropism, where shoot grows away from the water. So it shows the negative hydrotropism. Okay. Then chemotropism is the movement of plants and its parts towards a chemical stimulus. Okay, towards a chemical stimulus. Here the stimulus is chemical. Okay, growth of pollen tube towards the ovules. Okay, we'll see this in detail. This is your example for chemotropism. This we'll see detail in the reproduction of the plants. Okay, and that part. Okay, just know this example of the chemotropism. Growth of the pollen tubes towards the ovule. Now we will continue with the movement of the plant independent of the growth. So dependent of the growth, we have seen that based on the growth of the plant, because of the growth of the plant, we are able to see that it is moving. Okay. So we have seen some 4 types, right? Phototropism, geotropism, hydrotropism and chemotropism. Okay. Next, movement of the plant independent of the growth. So the growth does not going to play any part in the movement of the plant. What is that? Since the growth is not involved in the movement, plants move by changing the shape of the cell. Okay, how does it shows the movement? The plant is fixed, it is stationary, it is standing here. Then how does it shows the movement? If I touch this part means it will change the shape of the cell. It will change the shape of the cell. That means that it responds to the stimulus. It is moving. Movement is taken place. Okay. In sensitive plants like this touch me not plant, the plants move its leaves in response to the touch. Okay. We'll call that as chui mui, or we can say sensitive plant, or touch me not. Touch me not plant. Okay. And one more thing also, the movement takes place at a point different from the point of touch. We are touching here, but the movement takes place from here means, how does it happen? Some communication is taking place, right? That is what this, it is done by the electrical chemical means, convey the information from cell to cell. Okay. This will also happen like. happen here. And some cells change its shape by how the shape of the cells has been changed. It's changed by changes its shapes by changing the amount of water in them. Okay, if there is no, for example, if the stem is like this, or uh, mm, a part of the plant is like this, it is full of water, means it will be swollen like this. If there is no water, means then it will be shrink like this, right? So based on the amount of water in them, the cells will shrink or swell. Okay, and therefore it changes the shape. Okay, this is based on the it is independent of the growth. Independent of the growth means what? How it will show the movement? It based on the based on changing the shape of the cells. Okay, how does it happen? It based on the it is based on the amount of water present in them. Okay, it changes its shapes. Okay.